Since fasting has become second nature to me, just part of my daily rhythm, I've been trying to come up with what's next for my health journey. Earlier this year, I shared with you that I wanted to start strength training and adding some weights to my daily routine. However, lots of travel and then surgery and recovery have delayed that, but it's still on my mind and a goal. The good news is I'm finally cleared to start it up, and I want to be much more intentional in supporting my body on this journey. So when Hume offered to send me their Hume band, I immediately said yes. It's super comfortable. The battery life is amazing. I can actually wear it for days as opposed to my Apple Watch, which usually dies before dinner. And because I'm not constantly charging it, I can finally wear it while I'm sleeping. I've wanted to track my sleep, but I've never been able to do that with my Apple Watch because I had to charge it overnight. Every night. And like the BodyPod that I received from Hume a few months ago, this is FSA and HSA eligible. And best of all, with one app, I can see personalized insights from both devices, both my Hume band and the BodyPod. I love walking as my normal day-to-day exercise, but as I add weight training to that, I'm excited to have personalized insight, not just generalized advice. If my metabolic scores improve, awesome. That motivates me to keep going. And if they don't, it tells me what I may need to pay attention to instead. It gives me clear, specific areas to focus on and what to set my goals around. And look, we all know I'm not a health expert. I'm a fasting enthusiast, and I'm taking steps to make my personal life better. This has been a 5-year journey, and I just want to continue taking the very next step. But tools like this make it easier to make better decisions for my body based on real data and to keep building on the habits and results I've already created through fasting. Inside the Hume app, you'll see heart rate, steps, HRV, sleep, and more just on the Home tab. You can scroll down to the My Day section to see your calories burned, heart zone minutes, and personalized sleep recommendations. You can even deep dive into the band tab to look at trends over time. And one of the coolest features is the metabolic momentum. More momentum is equivalent to slower aging, more energy, and a longer health span. Less momentum is equivalent to faster aging and less energy. It's like a scoreboard for your future self. It also gives you metabolic capacity. Think of this as your body's battery energy. You know, like if we were little characters in a video game and you see the battery life, it's kind of like that. The more you nourish, move, and rest your body, the more charge you have to live the life that you want. And it even includes early warning tools that can detect patterns linked to chronic illness way before symptoms show up. One thing that I really like is if you click on individual data points, such as my sleep, I can see that I'm getting low sleep, but it gives me some advice on how to improve this. So personal recommendations are monitoring your sleep patterns can highlight areas for improvement, which is obvious, that's what I'm doing here, like setting a regular bedtime routine, reducing screen time before bed, that's a huge problem for me, or creating a relaxing bedtime routine. Now, I definitely have a bedtime routine. Is it relaxing? I don't know. I am not good about reducing my screen time, so it gives me an area that I can improve to see improvements in my sleep, and setting a regular bedtime. That's also awful for me. I am a bedtime procrastinator, and I think it is reflected in my sleep. Definitely have a lot of areas of improvement, and I like that it gives me recommendations to make changes to see the better results. Another example of this, so I have a high HRV, which is actually good. It gives you some data on what's good to see, some recommendations, but it tells me if I want to improve my HRV, or I can improve my HRV through activities like deep breathing, quality sleep. So if my HRV is going down and I can see that my sleep is not improving, I know that I need to work on the two together. But deep breathing, quality sleep, and balanced exercise. So I like that if I am seeing results in any individual area that I don't like, I can, one, assume it is related to my metabolic momentum score, right? And two, I can see how to individually improve metrics that will also help me with an overall. Will this make me a data junkie and I'll go crazy? Probably not. I like things pretty easy. But if I'm taking the time to try to make improvements, having insights are going to give me areas I can focus on. I've known for a long time that my sleep really could improve. It is probably the last thing that I pay attention to. I fast. I'm trying to add to my diet instead of restrict, but that means I'm trying to be mindful of adding good, nourishing things to my diet. I like to get my steps in. I'm trying to add the strength training. But my sleep is always the last to go. If I have something to do, I will stay up and accomplish it instead of getting proper sleep. It is reflected on this band. And when I see that different things like stress level can be related to poor sleep through the app, it gives me a little reflection on maybe prioritizing my sleep. And I really like that I get personalized Jackie data to make my next moves off of. Generalized advice can be helpful, but if you want to take the next step or really see what is maybe holding you back on a journey, having personal insights, maybe it gives you something you never thought of, or it confirms what you've already been suspicious of, like me, knowing I need to improve my sleep. I'm not promising I'm gonna be the perfect sleeper 6 months from now, but I probably am gonna be a little more motivated to make it more routine, because I can see it's having an impact. Just like the BodyPod, the Hume Band is FSA, HSA eligible, and if you're at all like me and my husband, you get towards the end of the year and sometimes you have money left over, things didn't happen as you planned, or you put more aside than you needed, and you're like, how do I spend this before it disappears? Here's an option for you. Unlike Apple Watch, Whoop, or Fitbit, Hume isn't built for entertainment or just closing rings. It's designed for longevity and helping you to add more good years to your life. And that sounds pretty good to me. As I've been wearing this, I did notice a single downside, and that is if I'm using my walking pad and my sit-stand desk, it does not track my steps if I'm working at my desk, since it tracks from the wrist. It's not a deal breaker, but it's worth noting. You can save 20% with my code, and the link is below. And I've also linked to the BodyPod, and that is the next video. You can see the BodyPod that I got in the spring. Both of them are great tracking tools. I'm not someone that's seeking doing everything perfectly. I just constantly like to see what's the next best step. I'm not a gym rat, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a health expert. I'm someone that wants the best out of my life, and having really great insights and tools for me personally is one way that I can make great for Jackie decisions. And that's what I want for everyone. That's why I continue to share stuff like this. And you can save 20%, and it's FSA, HSA eligible. You can get all the details linked in the description below. Big thanks to Hume for sponsoring this video and sending me the wristband. If I received this from them and I didn't like it or didn't see value, I wouldn't have even made the video. I would have sent it back and said no thank you. And if you want to learn more about the BodyPod, you can check out this video right here. And for information and discount codes on ordering this, be sure to check out the description. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao, done and ciao.